Let's be brutally honest, most people don't lose a Sigma male. They sabotage their access to him and then call it mystery. They play games, test patience, and mistake his calm for weakness and his silence for indifference. But when a Sigma enters your life, it's not just another connection, it's a mirror, a confrontation, a wake-up call. He shows up without masks, without an agenda, and without trying to impress. And that kind of truth terrifies people who've built their lives around pretending. He doesn't wear a facade to be liked or validated. He simply exists as himself, unapologetically authentic. And in a world where most people survive off attention and approval, that kind of self-assurance is almost intimidating. So they lie, manipulate, and test him until he finally walks away, and when he does, they don't just lose a man. They lose the only person who ever kept it real. He doesn't leave to prove a point. He leaves because the lesson is over. No drama, no arguments, no explanations, just peace. His silence becomes the loudest sound you'll ever hear, echoing in the moments you realize he's not coming back. Sigma males are the final chapter in people's lives, not because they're cold or perfect, but because they don't give second chances to those who buried the first one. They give you one real shot, then never again. When you waste their loyalty, you don't get a replay button. You get silence, distance, and the cold realization that the door is permanently closed. They don't chase, they replace. While you're busy refreshing your phone, waiting for closure, he's already found peace in someone or something more genuine. He doesn't talk about moving on, he simply does it. While you replay conversations in your head, wondering where it went wrong, he's already turned the page and started writing a new chapter that doesn't include you. He studies you long before he leaves, observing patterns you thought were invisible, confirming what you thought he'd never see. Every time you lied, manipulated, or tested him, he made a mental note not to confront you, but to confirm that you were not meant to stay. By the time you realize it, he's already gone, not emotionally, not mentally, but spiritually detached. His absence is quiet, but it carries the weight of 1,000 words unsaid. Emotional manipulation doesn't work on him. He sees through guilt, tears, and fake apologies. You can't guilt trip someone who has mastered emotional discipline. You can't trap someone who knows how to walk away from everything that disturbs their peace. His empathy is real, but it's not for sale. The moment you try to weaponize his kindness, he withdraws it completely. He doesn't raise his voice or argue, he simply disconnects and lets the silence remind you of everything you took for granted. His energy is a privilege, not a favor, and when you start taking it for granted, he doesn't argue, he subtracts it. Slowly, silently, and completely. You might not notice at first, but one day the calls stop, the messages fade, the laughter disappears, and the stability you once felt crumbles. He doesn't just block you, he blocks your access emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. You might try to reach him later, but the person you knew no longer exists. He won't explain his absence because he doesn't owe closure to someone who never valued presence. When a Sigma outgrows chaos, he does it without warning. One day you're part of his life, the next you're part of his past. He evolves faster than you can realize what's happening because he refuses to stay stuck in situations that drain his purpose. After he leaves, the bar doesn't lower. It stays exactly where he set it, haunting everyone who comes after him. You'll meet new people, but none will feel as grounded, as calm, or as real, because the Sigma never competed. He became the standard. His presence teaches what peace feels like, and his absence reminds you what chaos costs. He doesn't just leave people, he leaves patterns, entire cycles of disrespect, inconsistency, and noise. He cuts the root, not just the branches. If you ever wonder how he walked away so cleanly, it's because he wasn't leaving you. He was leaving the version of himself that tolerated you. He doesn't cling to memories, he learns from them. He doesn't hold grudges, he detaches. And when he detaches, there's no return, no maybe someday, no chance to fix what's broken. You'll replay every conversation, every silence, every look, searching for where it went wrong. But the truth is, it ended the moment you stopped valuing what was rare. A Sigma doesn't end relationships, he ends eras. And when he walks out, he closes a door that no one else can open. Because when a Sigma leaves, he takes with him the peace, the clarity, and the truth you once mistook for ordinary. He doesn't disappear to punish you. He disappears to protect his energy. And long after he's gone, the echo of who he was lingers louder than the presence of the people you meet next. He was never there to fill space. He was there to show you what space could feel like when it was respected, valued, and real. So when a Sigma walks away, understand that he's not running from you. He's walking back to himself. He's not escaping, he's evolving. And that's the difference. Most people seek attention. Sigmas seek alignment. Most people crave validation. Sigmas crave peace. And in that peace lies their power, the kind of power that doesn't shout, doesn't beg, doesn't chase. It just exists. Silent. Unshakable. Free. Because when a Sigma rebuilds after chaos, he doesn't just heal, he upgrades. He uses pain as fuel, turning every betrayal into self-mastery. The world wonders how he stays calm while everyone else panics, but that's his secret. He doesn't fight storms. He becomes them. You can't shake a man who has made peace with solitude. You can't break someone who's no longer attached to approval. When others crave noise, he finds comfort in silence. When others seek company, he finds clarity in distance. That's why losing him feels so devastating, because you don't just lose a man, you lose a mirror that reflected your truth. You lose the stability that made your chaos feel safe. You lose the one person who demanded nothing yet gave everything real. And one day, when the noise settles, and you finally understand what peace truly means, you'll realize he wasn't hard to keep, he just required honesty. But by then he'll already be gone, walking somewhere far beyond your reach, where only peace, purpose, and authenticity exist. He'll never hate you, he'll just never return. Because for the Sigma, closure isn't conversation, it's transformation. He doesn't need to be remembered, he needs to be at peace. And that's what makes him untouchable.